What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing. We've got a great video for you guys today. Your Uber CEO, Mr. Dara, had an announcement for all of us. So we're gonna go over what that is. And yeah, oh my gosh, sometimes the guy just drives me crazy. Before we jump into this video, we just want to give a quick shout out to our sponsor, Solo. Solo is the best way to get better pay and better earnings as a rideshare driver. It also has a guaranteed earnings feature that is incredible. On top of that, they say the average solo driver makes at least an extra $5 grand a year. And on top of that, you can also get $10 just for signing up using our link in the description below. Check it out, guys. It's incredible. Let's jump into the video. Alrighty, so basically the big update was they're unveiling the newest feature, which is essentially a feature we've already had, but they got rid of. And that's now that you can see supposedly how much you're gonna make and the total distance of the drive. So for those of you that remember this was a feature that was around for a while until they got rid of it. He said a lot of other things when making this announcement. My thing is whenever these things happen, it's always just clever wordplay. And it's like, oh, we're gonna show you, how much you're gonna make, but there's now like a new algorithm in how it goes. And my thing is even when we had this feature, the biggest problem is traffic and things like that and stops are never calculated in. So you have a, it says it's a 15-minute ride. It ends up being 45 minutes and you make like $10 on it. So it still doesn't really address the problem. Another thing he said in a separate interview actually with the Rideshare Guy that I found almost comical was that the guy Harry asked him a question about driver pay, and he brought up utilized hours. Actually, this was in a past interview even before that, and he had said that on utilized hours, you guys are making $39 an hour. I would love to know how many of us are making $39 an hour, because I know I'm not. At any time of the day, any utilized or unutilized hour, I'm never making $39 an hour. And so at the end of the day, it's just like it's a smokescreen, because the reality is it's like on long distance rides, we're getting hosed, especially if it's going way out and you're not even, you don't have a chance of getting a ride back. There's no type of return fee or anything to make up for that time. The destination filters rarely work, especially if you're that far out, because it's not too often that many people might be going, an hour and a half back in the direction you came from because you just did some airport ride way out in the boondocks. So it's like, well, great, cool feature, but this doesn't address the problem. The problem is, you guys have been taking way too much of our fares. The problem is you guys only care about your numbers and your massive paychecks, and you cut drivers more and more and more, so more and more veteran drivers quit. And by veteran, I mean like people that have driven for a long time, and then run some cheap incentive to get new people signed up just to give a bare minimum rides, just so that they then quit. 3% retention rate. I mean, the churn and burn for drivers is insanity. And so it almost drove me crazy, the update, and watching a couple of his interviews, because it's like, he even said in the one interview, he was like, well, we're not gonna lie about this stuff. And I was like, bro, are you joking? All it's been is lies. White lies, maybe, is the best I'll give you. But it's like, at the end of the day, it's like when you look at how much rates have been cut, and then to keep Uber Pro status, you can't really cancel too many. So it's like a catch-22. At one point, he also said, oh, we're just asking for a little trust. But you're taking 70, 80% of the fare? Like, that's outlandish. If no one's gonna trust you. And if you look everywhere, it's like no drivers really trust Uber. You know, and so we're thankful for the flexibility, you know, but there's so much more that goes into it. So it's like, yeah, we want more of our fares back because it's just robbery, but it's also like, oh, you make these little calculations, but you don't factor in that we destroy our vehicles and get nothing for it. I mean, it's just, the whole thing is insane. Man. So, I mean, we've come a long way since the 5 destination filters, which, I mean, what did that last, like a couple of months, and then they just went ahead and ditched that as well. All in all, I'm not excited about this update, and that's really my conclusion of the big update, because it doesn't really matter. It's not the stuff we really need, you know? And some people are like, oh, this is exciting, this is what we've all been wanting. I'm like, no, it's not what you've been wanting. It's a smokescreen. It's a cheap fix to a very broken system, you know? And so they've got to like meet these quotas and these numbers. You know, I read an article from a driver talking about how basically, you know, with him, he's got to prove these certain numbers to maintain his position, where he makes like 45 million a year, something like that. I might have fudged his numbers, but he's got to hit these quotas. So it's like, well, cut rates enough. Then a lot of drivers talk about how, you know, veteran drivers that have been doing this a long time, they're about to cash out on a big bonus. There's the big 10K thing. And then like 3 rides before, mysterious deactivation. Can't get a hold of anybody. Can't get back online. So at the end of the day, it's like they do nothing to win the trust of us. We're the life force of the company, and it's just keep cutting their rates. You know why? Because we can keep getting new drivers. We throw out a saucy little 3K guarantee that no new driver is going to ever hit in their first month, get them on the road, but then we're going to cut their fares and we'll excite them with a new little feature like this from time to time. It's just insanity. So anyways, check it out. I think the Bloomberg interview was the one that I was reading. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Let us know your thoughts in the comments about this new feature. Definitely make sure you check out Solo. That might be your best shot at actually making more money as a driver. $10 just for signing up using the link in the description. Hope you guys crush it out there this week, and I will talk to you guys soon.